Happy Friday. Welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. And welcome to Burbank, California, home of Alaska and apparently Southwest Airlines, as we have a massive fleet of Southwest 737 Maxes, and I guess 700s as well. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Sound is distorted. Crackling start Lex. What's happening? Is it crackling? Like really bad? How bad is it? Not good. Uh-oh. How about now? Is that better? Or still really bad? This is a great way to start a stream. Let me know. 5-0 by 5. Cancel the stream. You're out of here. You're awful. Okay, so give me a 5x5 if everything's going well. Now, so I'm back on the main PC with streaming. So potentially, the issue could have been something else. So let me know. Let me know how things go. The loading screen, the buffering. It should eventually start catching up again. I'll keep yammering away. This is gorgeous, man. I tell you what. Flight Sim 2024, most of the time, can look pretty impressive. Yes, no, it's okay. Now it's okay. Okay, so I guess apparently my little trick didn't work. I was using what's it called? Telegraph, whatever it was, on my laptop instead of my Surface, and apparently I have to do some more testing to see if I can get that working right. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Anyways, welcome into Flight Sim 2024. Welcome to Burbank. We're here in Bob Hope. We're gonna do a flight you see up there at the top. We're going to Vegas again. This is a pretty short hop, 200 nautical miles. The next flight on the docket is Hawaii. I thought that'd be kind of fun to do. So both these two flights are fairly short flights, but should be pretty good. Anyways, Will, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the information. And Spinal, thank you as well for the information as well. So we're going to take the 737 MAX out on this flight, and then I think we'll probably do the same thing on the second flight. And since they're both two short flights, we'll see if we do a third flight or not. And there's a plane missing here. That's not me, right? I'm not missing. I don't think I'm missing. I think I'm here. No, it's not me. Where am I? Am I here? I think I'm here. That's where I think I am. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the cockpit here of the 737 MAX. Get rolling on this first flight. As we always do, we have Beyondatc in the background there working its thing. And I do have New Sky. Jeez, I keep wanting to say Neo. I have New Sky going in the background as well. And this is an APL flight for this adventure. So let's swing on over here to the McDude, or I guess at the EFB, I should say. Go to System Page, Sim Menu. We're going to go to Ground Support and connect this dude. Let's go up here to the top. Let's go to Battery On, Ground Power On. Up here to the top, we're going to go to Navs. Get that all navving. Heat going. And let's get our lights lighting as well. APU is firing up, and arm that, and on the fasten seatbelt sign. Then let's swing back over here, go to Menus, Performance and Payload, Weight and Balances. Let's go and get that briefing panel rolling. And let's see here. So briefing panel, payload 140 with the passengers. And cargo today is 49, so that's pretty easy math, right? 2450. That should bring us pretty close to 49. Whoops. 2450. In the fuel, total fuel we have on board is 11, 21, sorry. Taxi out fuel, I always do the 420 since that's what seems to be the raw data all the time. We go to our taxi out fuel, 420, and then 411, 0. Cool. And then this should verify the 0 fuel weight, 1315, beautiful. Set all that jazz, that's looking good. Let's go on down here. I do have my McDo working this morning for this. Let's go ahead and gather a GPS. Drop that in there, go to route, and let's go ahead and request it. All is being requested. So it seems to be the following. The Mobiflight McDo little workaround stuff will work with the iFly Max, as long as you have it all set up, right? But if it's trying to load, like, say, the 319 or another McDo prior to, that's where it seems to have issues. So runway 15 for departure is what we're currently expecting. We'll see if Beyondatc changes that. Southwest Airlines, 147 today. 147, activate that. And we'll go to performance, 0 fuel weight, will automatically drop in there. Reserves are 2. And our wins today are what? 241, 9,000. You don't know what that means. There's a pizza place where I grew up. Their phone number is 2419000. And it's the easiest number. I feel like as a child we were like, what's the word where they trick you, you know, with the advertisement stuff? The subliminal messages? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. I feel like as a child that's what was happening with me with that phone number. Because they even came to our school. And we did a commercial. Well, I didn't, but my brother was in the commercial. And they had the kids screaming out, 2419000. Wild crap, I tell you. Alright, departure, we're expecting to slap 2, so we're going to slap it. And Will, no jokes for that. Missing deep transition. Our arrival into Vegas this morning is 26 left, which I think was the same one we had the other day, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, the Rounders 4, I think it's Rocker, or is it Rocker? No, Rounders, right? Rounders? 4, missed in transition, execute, legs, okay, that's all good. Clear out that guy. Let's go and get our ATC, shall we, from our good friends at Beyondatc. Burbank clearance, good morning from Southwest 147. We are ready for IFR clearance to Las Vegas. Go up here, Jen's on. Damper.
147 Burbank clearance cleared to make Karen. Slap 2 departure with the mice in transition. Then is filed. Climb by a SID except maintain 7,000 feet.
7,000.
Frequency 12 for 0.6. Squawk 1053.
1053.
Slap 2 departure with the mice in transition. Then is filed.
Myson.
Climb via SID except maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency 12 4.6. Squawk 1053.
Alright, 15. Perfect. Everything looking good. Flight director's on. Runway 15. Where the hell is that? Okay, that's on the other side. It's behind us. Okay. How is this plane compared to the PMDG? Well, if you're comparing it to compatibility right now, it's not great. Burbank ground, Southwest 147, ready for pushback and engine start. Because this one's fully compatible with 2024 and the PMDG 737 is not.
Southwest 147, Burbank ground, pushback and engine start
But,
approved. Face east.
Whoops.
Pushback and engine start approved.
Menu.
Southwest
If you're comparing them as they're both fully functional, I would say the IMAX is better. And I'll dive into that here once I get the pushback going. Because I feel it needs a little bit of attention, a little bit of talking. Alright, let's go ahead and do the pushback. We're going to face the east. That's west. East is... Why would it be faced east? Oh, I guess... Okay, I guess you're going to spin us around. Okay, I see. Okay, east is over here. Release the parking brake. Request a pushback. Pushback is commencing up top here. That's all looking good. APU bleed on. Engine number 2 is firing on up. Clock's a-clockin'. Okay, so here's my reasoning for saying the PMG, or sorry, the iFly is better. Okay. One is the sounds. One alone is the sounds, and I feel that's very important because the iFly comes with the War sound pack. Now, you can certainly go buy the sound pack for the 737, and it's going to sound very, very good, or an improvement on the base model. But this comes with it. This comes with it. Two, I feel the flight model is really, really nice. Now, I've never flown the 737 in real life, but I feel like the flight model with this plane is very good. I feel like it's really tuned in really well, and I rarely ever have any negative impact or negative conversations when it comes to the flight model of this plane. Whereas the PMDG, I feel like it feels a little weird on takeoff. It also feels a little weird on arrival sometimes, on landing. They're both really, really good planes. You can't go wrong having either one of them. But if I only had one plane that I could buy, and knowing what I know now, I would only buy the iFly. If all I could buy is one, right, for whatever reason, if all I can buy is one, I would only buy the iFly. And hopefully that's enough to sum up, the reasoning behind it. Alright. Terra is tearing. Flaps are flapping. Rotations rotating. Brakes are braking. And rotation's looking good there. Idle good. Alright. Burbank ground, Southwest 147, ready to taxi to the active. PMDG is still busy with working proper 2024. FENIX did it in a week. They sure did. They sure did, Will. And, it took iFly a long time to get here as well. So, I don't know. I know people have mentioned it before, like, how far advanced the FENIX were able to bring their plane to the sim. Right? I also realize that there is the external feature, right, where the FENIX uses a lot of its external software to control the plane. So obviously that helped in that aspect as well. Down, thank you. But FENIX is, in my opinion, this is a personal opinion, and I know others have agreed with this statement as well, but I think FENIX is the pinnacle of the best developer right now for Microsoft Flight Sim. What's going on, Master Copy? Welcome on in. For flight simming in Microsoft Flight Sim and Flight Sim 2024. Like, I feel like FENIX is the pinnacle. It's such a high, in my opinion, there's such a great developer that I made that video. I made one video directly explaining why I think FENIX is the best developer, or why they're the top developer for flight simming right now. And there are many, many reasons. But for me, the top reason is that they just seem to give a damn about the community. They care about us as people. They could have easily charged for all the upgrades they already had out, right? They could have easily charged for the 2024 compatibility. They could have easily charged for the big FENIX update, and they probably should have. That's such a very big, impressive update, right? They could easily charge, and probably should have, again. I'm not saying that they... Okay, so the update was so big. It's damn near a brand new plane. And the thing is, there was nothing wrong with the original plane. There was nothing wrong with that plane. The plane flew just fine. This update, though, was such a magical improvement that you, once in a lifetime, I feel, you get with an add-on plane. It's that drastic. And now, we're going to see what happens with Flight Sim Studios. But Flight Sim Studios, they released the EJET. They've had many, many updates for the EJETs. All minor updates and some little tweaks here and there. But the EJET obviously needs a lot of love. And that's coming out, right? That's coming out at some point, likely within the next couple months here. If not early next year. Because I know they're in their first round still of beta testing, I think. But anyways, so there is them too. Like, can they make can they do... I'm going to put this in terms of video game talking, right? So if you have followed video games at all, there's 2 games in the past, 10 years that have had major 180s. The first one is No Man's Skies. No Man's Sky came out with this amazing idea and concept. You know, they had a concept of a plan. I'm going to make fun of that a little bit. Of this incredible game. And it came out a little lackluster, right? Performance was a little shoddy. It was missing a lot of stuff, you know. And anyways, so fast forward several years, and the game that's available now you can go buy is a completely different game than what launched. And they had provided so many free updates to get the game to the stage it is now. So commend them for that. Obviously, yeah, it wasn't great that they released a game in the state that they did, but at the same time, they came out with a game eventually that was very, very good. The other is Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk 2077, really, really bad with performance on console. PC wasn't great, but workable on PC. But they also, to this day, is a completely different game you can play on both console and PC. And again, free. Burbank Tower, Southwest 147, ready to go runway 15. Okay, landing lights are on. Runoffs on. Good. What's going on beyond ATC? Didn't want to come back? Yeah, I believe it. How was Cuba? I'm checking out SLC. Self-loading cargo, right? The A220 better be good when init builds are working on it. I hope so. I have a lot of nervousness. I'm very nervous when it comes to that plane because clearly I am a very... What is it? 350? Yeah. I love my short haul planes. And that's a plane that will be... that could be very, very good. Very, very good. Matthew, welcome on in. Could be very, very good. And I hope, because adding that to a regional regional aircraft, you know, you have the CRJ, you have the EJET, and then you'll have the 220. Oh my gosh, it could be just fantastic. All right, so we're going to turn to the right on departure. Bring up throttles. I'm gonna range out here a little bit so I can see what the hell's going on. Toga's set. Oh no, it's not. Auto throttle. Toga's set. Let's go flying. Look at, we've been on the ground so long that the altimeter changed. Alright, and a V1. Rotating. Gotta get up on the air, get up in the air. Fantastic. Very, very nice. And gear going up. And we're just waiting for 400 feet, and we'll swing over to the right. There we are. To the right. Heading mode, VNAV is selected for indication. First notch of flaps are up. And second are up. Full flaps.
Contact SoCal departure, Southwest 147.
One down here, anti-skid off.
SoCal departure, Southwest 147.
For those who have a head tracking, how often do you use it? I have my Tobii head tracker, and I rarely use it nowadays. I feel like it's very beneficial with 14,000. I feel it's really beneficial for GA flying, but airliners not as much. I'd be curious to know what others think. What the hell's going on here? Execute. Alright. Brave, perfect. Alright, LNAV connected as well. Let's bring that nose up. And we're coming up on 7,000. We're cleared up to 14 at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and put in 2.9. That's our climb out today for cruise. And we'll likely get that. Bring that nose up again. I already think I got dinged one, or what is it, 1 point or 2 points for over taxi, or too fast. I was at 30 knots. I think you get dinged at if you hit 30 knots. In my last 2 flights, I got dinged, got dinged on taxiing too fast. All right, there's Raven, or was it Rain? Yeah, Rain. All right, LNAV. I didn't unselect LNAV, did I? Maybe I did. Alright, 10,000. Landing lights are coming off. Taxi lights off as well. Alright, bring that nose down a little bit. Very, very nice. Alright, you can see here, LNAV is still not connected. It's not green. Once that switches to green, you're going to see it automatically start to transition over there.
Crossing 1,800 feet for 4,000 feet direct rave.
Alright, there's LNAV connected. So now we're just going to make our turn over to the left.
Southwest 147, Los Angeles Center. Climb maintain flight level 290.
There's 290.
Climb maintain flight level 290, Southwest 147.
Alright, AP is on. All looking grand. Alright, how's chat doing? Chat says... diving there is heaven. I've never gone diving. Jamaica? Any doubts on a DC-9? Oh, we're having that FENIX, or the iFly issue here, where it loses, it like desyncs. I had it yesterday for like 10 seconds. Not even 5, probably 5 seconds. That looks fine. DC-9. I haven't used a DC-9, right? Which one have I used? No, I don't think I used a DC-9. I torture myself with these long flights. It's not that nice for airliners, I feel. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Y'all, Master Gab says, I don't know why I torture myself with these long flights. I got the Toby, but I use it while gliding in G aircrafts. Ah, okay. Yeah, 30 knots. Okay, yeah, so I probably lost my point there. Uh-oh. Okay. Whew. Got nervous. Thought it froze. I am not looking around in an airliner for 1.5 hours at 30. Yeah, see, that's the thing. When I was definitely doing GA a lot, I used it a lot more. You know, you're taxiing slower on the ground, you're kind of looking around, you're also sightseeing, you know, that kind of jazz, the lower altitudes. But I feel with airliners, you know, there's the occasional times where, like, I'm taxiing, it's a busy airport, it's nice to have on the ground so I don't run into other traffic. But for the most part, I seem like just disable it right away as soon as I get into the cockpit and just disable it. There's 18,000 standard pressure. Boston to Dallas right now. Jeez, that is a long one. Boston to Dallas. In the time you're going to do that flight, I will have this flight done, the next flight done, and potentially a third flight done. 3 flights done. Maybe not the full third flight. Maybe half of the third flight. You know, because of all the taxiing and all that jazz. Okay, so now I gotta figure out why... This is really, really interesting. Why my laptop wasn't as good with this telephone... what's it called? Tele something. Teleport. It's called teleport. And I gotta figure out why that wasn't working properly. Why are we stuck at 19,000? Oh, we had a restriction. Okay. The only thing I can think of if the Wi-Fi... It might be the Wi-Fi connection isn't as strong. I can see the delay. So I think if I try Ethernet, I do have an Ethernet cable I can do. Master Cop's gonna be right back. I do have an Ethernet cable I can attach a laptop, go that route, and test it that way. We'll kind of see how that plays out. We'll kind of see. Okay, the restriction is at jet up here, and then we should be clear of the restriction. There's a 2,000 restriction here. Now we can go ahead and just push it up if we want to. Let's just do that. ATC cleared us up to 29, so we can go ahead and just force it up. Force it up to 29. That'll work. Listen, Leonardo, you must be ahead of your time. I also don't know for sure. I do need to do some further testing to see if I actually am seeing any performance improvements at all. I feel like I am, but I think it's also minor. I don't know if it's worth all the trouble. Okay, so let's see, what's your ETA? ETA for this flight, let's go down here to progress. ETA is at 1650, and it's currently 1612. So that's in like 30 minutes we should be on the ground. So we will have to start our arrival information pretty quickly. Let's go over here to the tablet, go to menu, terminal, oh, that's not, yeah, terminal. And then we're gonna use the airport information, complete. And then LAS. And okay, so airport, we want that. Arrivals is the rounds 4. So next page, rounds. And then the landing currently is 26 left. Now, did we get an RNAV or something last time? Or no, we just, so I'm gonna go just do, I'm gonna do this and this. Oops. I'm gonna do both those. There's no RNAV there, right? Yeah, there is 26 left. RMP. Alright, we're gonna get all 3 of those and complete. So we have all of those for the arrival, if it does stick. Now, via the rounds, let's zoom on in here. We're gonna come in from here missing. There's rounds. And then, let's see. What was our transition? Is it Jaeger? No. 26 left Bourbon? Yeah, I think transition's Bourbon. Yeah, Bourbon. Okay. So we're going to come on out here, go to Bourbon, and then we have a restriction 8,000 feet there, and then we're going to vector in for the arrival. So Boulder City. After Boulder City is probably when they'll... Well, no, I think they do it sooner. I think they do it at Bourbon. I think they do it at Bourbon. How's our speed going? Speed's looking good. Altitude's looking good. How's the restrictions? Still have the restriction. But we can go to LNAV now, or sorry, VNAV now. Because restriction's 48, so let's go to VNAV, and that should increase it. But it's also going to manage the speed on its own. And there we go, we are increasing. Fantastic. 26 left. Let's look at the arrival. So 26 left. Actually, they did change the runway last time, didn't they? Or no, did they not? I can't remember. We landed 8 right. Yeah, we had that really cool 8 right at landing, which is very rare for me to get. Actually, I think I don't know if I've ever landed 8 right. But anyways, like the strip's over here, and it's really cool to come in and see that. When you land this way, It's cool as well, but because you can see, the strip out here in the distance, but it's not as great. But it will be nice for our arrival because we can exit probably Alpha 6, and then we can just taxi on into the gate over here. Very cool. I'm expecting the ILS 26 left on this one. Probably, I don't know. It seems like it's a toss-up if they ever do Yankee or Zulu. I'm guessing Yankee. Yeah, so I'm expecting pretty easy approach in there. So 8,000 for the restriction. We have that information. And we can go ahead and, I guess we can put in our ILS information as well. Let's go back, cycle. So I'm going to go and do Yankee 11.5 for the ILS. 11.5. 11.5. Got that set in there. Course is 259. Typically, it seems like in Beyondatc, if they don't 2269 for the minimums, if they don't change the departure runway, then it seems like the arrival runway pretty much stays the same. That doesn't always happen though. 2259 for the minimums. Whoops. Oh, hold on. Wrong way. This way. 225 and a 9. Is that right? 269. 2269. Yep. Okay, 2269. Beautiful. And we're almost at top of climb, and then we'll go and put in the 8,000 for the restriction. And we're still following our departure, actually. We're still on our SID. Slap 2. It's a long SID. Been flying for 13 minutes, following the SID out. It's wild. The SID pretty much, yeah. So we go from this is kind of like when the Europe flights. You go from the SID into the star, whereas a lot of places in the U.S. aren't like that. But it's also a super short hop. Now the next flight I think we did not too long ago. I think we did it several months back, but I think we did this flight and we took the Kodiak. And I couldn't get the damn thing started because I forgot that I had to add in fuel. Alright, coming up on that restriction of, cruise at 29, so flight level 290. And here we are. So anyone watching the new Alien show on FX or Hulu, Disney Plus, etc.? Anyone watching that? I don't know if there's any nerds out there like my wife and I. I know someone else is watching it, but he doesn't seem to like it as much because there's not enough alien, or he likes the alien scenes but doesn't like the story. I think the story is fantastic. This last episode had very little bit of alien in it, but the story I thought was really, really good. I'm very intrigued by the tale they're trying to unfold, and I want to know more details. Very much so. Alright, there's our flight level 290, so we'll put in the 8,000 here shortly because top of descent's coming up pretty quickly here. Top of descent's right there at Miston. It's made for Z-Gen? You think so? Explain yourself, Will. Explain. I'm curious. Okay, so let's put in 8,000.
Southwest 147, contact Los Angeles Center 132.5.
Contact Los Angeles Center 132.5, Southwest 147.
Alright, over to LA. Center.
Center, Southwest 147, flight level 290.
290.
Southwest 147, Los Angeles Center.
I have a feeling I should probably ask,
Southwest,
unless they give it to us here pretty quickly, but
Los Angeles Center 1.
I should probably ask what our expected runway
Contact Los
is going to be.
124.625.
I always get nervous when we get this close to top of descent and we don't get the instruction. Makes me nervous that we're not going to get the correct, I shouldn't say correct, but the one we're expecting. Younger storyline and actors, the narrative is good. I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's you know, it's, I don't want to spoil anything, but, yeah, I won't say anything because I don't want to spoil anything. Yeah, I can see what you're saying with that. Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's definitely a different twist to the Alien story. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and ask for, because I don't know what we're gonna get. Oh, here we go. So, I was gonna ask, and then I said, the hell with it. You're getting it anyways. Okay, so we got it. 26 left. Via rounds 4. Rounds 4. Steven, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday to you. Okay, so we'll start our descent here momentarily. So the stream started later this morning, for me at least, morning, because I went to go take care of some IRL stuff, right? And so I went to go get an oil change. And I remember when I was younger, I'm talking like 15, 20 years ago when I first got a car, that the oil changers were like 30 bucks. You know, Jiffy Lube, wherever you go, 30 bucks. I spent $100 almost. Well, it was 80 bucks. 80 bucks on an oil change this morning. $80. It's crazy. And that's what's a coupon. That's with the coupon. Now, granted, to be fair, it's full synthetic. I also don't have to get an oil change every 3 months. You know, I do every 6 months. Or for me, I do like every 9 months. Because I don't really drive a lot. Typically just to work. And I don't even get close to the mileage that they say. And my commute to work back and forth is really short. Now, I should be probably doing it every 6 months for sure. But I keep a tight eye on my oil. Like I check to verify it's not, you know, really dirty once it gets past that 6 months or so. Is it Friday? Oh, it is. Ending my Friday at the moment. Oh, Steve, where are you, Steven? Ending your Friday at the moment. I'm curious. I know Will, it's probably, what time is it for you, Will? Like 4 p.m.? Or is it, no, it's later than that. Was it like midnight? Alright, looking really good. I'm gonna bring out a little bit of speed brake though, a little bit of speed brake. Just to kind of get us calm and relaxed as we come on in for the arrival. 18:30. Okay, yeah, so it's a little late. It's currently 9:54. Oh, okay. That's why I like this. I feel like this is like the perfect streaming time. Like when I start, it's probably a little too early. But I feel like this is the perfect streaming time because you get, at least, you know, those who, you know, work from home or whatever it be. But you get like the, you know, on the other half of the world, people who are, you know, going to bed soon or getting off work, that kind of jazz. And then you have on the U.S. side, you have, you know, people who are getting ready for work or going to work or have the day off. Will's waiting for his steaks. Ooh, that sounds really, really good. I haven't had a steak. I haven't had a steak, honestly, in, oh my gosh, I haven't had a steak in over, boy, I bet, probably 2 years. I haven't had a steak in 2 years. in 2 years. One is the new, health issue I've uncovered. Steak is higher in iron, and I'm supposed to limit my iron intake, so that's a problem. I also haven't been really craving it, although I was at the grocery store this morning just kind of browsing around looking at some things, and my eyes were on some steak. No doubt we're on some steak. My morning meetings end, so it's like perfect. Oh, that's fantastic, Matthew. Fantastic.
Delta 1438, descend via Rendars for arrival.
But that's what's really cool about anyone who streams, how big or small. I consider myself really, really small, right? But it's great to have all types of different times. I've talked about how Kip, he streams, for me it's in the evening, and I can typically try to get a half hour or so of his stream in when he does, but not anything as late as he streams. He can stream for 4 or 5 hours. For me it'd be like 3 a.m. 4 a.m. by the time he's done streaming. Then you have Spy 757 Spy who streams. He'll be streaming here in 2 hours or so, 2 to 3 hours, and I think it's a really good time as well, because I get to see the tail half of his stream as well. And the days off I can watch him, and like streams like his and Two Tone Murphy when I watched him, or the Flying Fabio when he was streaming, they help keep me understanding what time of day it is when I was on leave from work, so that I could at least have something in my head still. Because if you're off work for so long, you kind of start, Will's maybe going through this now, you start to lose the time of day and how long the day goes on, right? It starts to blend in, and I hate that. I like to know, especially for like doctor appointments and all that kind of jazz, I like to know what's going on. It's kind of like vacations. You take a vacation, let's say you do a staycation, right? You don't go anywhere, you're just taking off a week of work, whatever it be. You're going to stay home and, do some errands, clean the house, just chillax, that kind of stuff. It's easy to forget. It's really easy to forget what day of the week it is. And it's also, it seems like it goes faster when you lose track of the days of the week as well. That's at least my experience. Ribeye steaks fresh from the butcher. I haven't been to a butcher in forever either. Man, this was years ago. This was years ago. We went to go visit my father-in-law, who lives in the Minneapolis or St. Paul area, Minnesota, and he told us to go pick up some meat from the butcher. And this is a place my wife was familiar with because she used to go there when she was younger, living with her parents. And they also had some really good jerky, apparently. So we were going there primarily for the jerky. But anyway, so I think we ended up picking up like 2 steaks. I wanted some pork chops, and I don't remember what my wife got. I think she had steak too, so probably 3 steaks and a pork chop. And then some jerky, right? This is the last time I've been to an actual butcher. This would be like 7 years ago. I kid you not, this is probably 7 years ago. But then, brought it home. My father-in-law, he grilled up the steaks, and oh my god, I don't know if I've ever had, meat, I guess. I don't think I've ever had a pork chop ever that good. Period. Before or even after. Even going to like a sit-down restaurant. Going to a nice, sit-down restaurant. I don't think their steak was even closely as good as his. His was, and he didn't do much to it. A little salt and pepper, a little bit of seasoning to it. But man, that was dynamite. Dynamite. I can still taste it in my mouth sometimes. And that tells you when a meal is really, really good, right? This, again, years and years ago, and I can still kind of taste, still the taste bud's still there. Playing out here in the distance, that's pretty close. Is that a Southwest? Kind of looks like it, but I can't fully tell. Is there another plane? Or is that the plane? Tells me to descend. I don't see anything in front of us other than that one. These contrails are so cool. Just to kind of see another plane out there in the distance. That's so neat. That's a screenshot. That's pretty cool. Still traffic. I think it's that plane, because they're in our trajectory, and they're slightly ahead of us. Or above us, I think. They look like they're slightly above us. Does this say below us, though? No, see, there's supposed to be, there should be another plane in front of us, I think. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I don't see that plane. The only one I see is this one here. I'm pretty sure that's the plane they're referring to, though. Oh well. Clear conflict. Oh, they, yeah, okay, yeah, it is that plane. Yep, okay, 13. So they must have been coming from over here. Okay, cool. Okay. They're hauling ass, though. They're not descending either, so they may not be going into Vegas unless they're doing a different approach. Once a month we eat steak, but only from our butcher. I know what you mean, the taste is so... Yeah. Yeah, the taste... Oh, man. I need to find a good butcher in this area. I haven't even looked where a good butcher is where I live.
Los Angeles Center.
Fly slower, Lex.
Flight level 273.
EJET 562, Los Angeles Center. Continue climb to flight level 330.
330.
Continue climb to flight level 330.
Alright, altimeter 3011. Let's see. Pilot's life is telling me 3013. 3013. We'll see what actually comes about it. So I put up a poll up on YouTube. When people think the PMDG 737 will be released for Flight Sim 2024, and it looks like most people are saying next year, either the tail end of this year or early to mid next year, which is interesting. Like I don't disagree. I don't know. I was hoping it would come out this year, and that kind of makes me feel that maybe it's not coming out this year. What I don't understand is the plane is flyable for the most part with the 2020 version with some minor issues. I don't understand how it could be that complex. I don't know the coding behind the scenes. I don't understand that part. I just find it very odd. Very, very odd that it's taken this long. I also do want to know how much you're going to charge. How's your week been? Been a pretty good week. Been a pretty good week. I don't think there's anything... I don't think I've done anything all that special this week, honestly. What does... I'm trying... Today's Friday.
Altimeter 3013. Expect the ILS Yankee runway 26 left via Bourbon.
Yeah, I don't remember. This week kind of just went by really fast. I can't really remember it. In all honesty, I really can't remember this week. Kind of just blended really fast. Alright, there's our airport down below us here. I think you have to pay for the 737. I think you're gonna be right. Pretty sure you're gonna be right on that. PMDG is very greedy. And I understand it's taken them a lot of time and effort, but hey, same thing happened with iFly, same thing happened with FENIX, same thing's happening with Flight Sim Studios. Same thing is happening with SimWorks Studios. All of them have given away a free upgrade, are currently or working on giving them a free upgrade to the current planes. You know what I mean? So like, they have no excuse. No excuse. A paid upgrade tells me they're greedy. A paid upgrade tells me they're greedy. Because think about how many people haven't bought it yet. Because maybe they just got into Flight Sim 2024, they see it's not available, so they're going to wait it out. Okay, think about how many free copies, not how many free copies, how many copies you're going to get, how much free advertisement you're going to get, especially when the plane is released. And everyone's going to be flying it. Everyone that currently owns it's going to be flying it. Content creators or not, they're going to be flying it. Right? I'll be flying it. Oh, well, the money's right. They've kind of, I don't know. I got this really sour taste for them now. Really, really sour taste. And it's not fair. It's not fair for me to have that. But I have a sour taste right now for them. We'll see. Let's see if they can rectify things and get things, you know, be FENIX. Be iFly. Be good. Be good. Do not be evil, as Google used to say. Another evil, but be good. Be good. They didn't even release the sound pack either for the 777 yet. That's the thing I don't understand. They're supposed to be the gigantic mammoth of a developer for Flight Sim, right? The pinnacle is always what, in my eyes, was always what's said about PMDG. And here we are, and we have new players who have come in and done a better job, almost a better job, or equal to, you know. We're expecting the Yankee 26 left. Beautiful. That's what I programmed. And that was promised like 2 months ago. Yeah. Yeah, the whole year's been going by fast. It's already September in a few days, and that's crazy. Where did this year go? Where did the year go, man? It's wild. I don't know. This year has been something. This year has been something. I don't know. I can't remember January or February or March. I can't remember earlier the year. I really can't. I vaguely remember my wife and I, our anniversary. I remember I talked about it on stream. And it's come back to me a little bit. We had a friend come visit, and we went to Planetarium. Okay, so I remember parts of that, but I don't remember the day really well. I don't think I remember anything from April. I don't know what we did. Oh, April. Was April? Yeah, with the critical role thing in April. Speaking of which, I gotta remember to get my tickets. I gotta buy some parking tickets in Chicago for our Witcher 3 thing this weekend. Our spoilers are disarmed. 737 for 2020 is paid. I don't think they've officially announced it, but I'm gonna put money on it. I'm gonna put money that it's gonna be a paid upgrade. Again, I don't think anything official has come out. But knowing their track record, them and Inabuilds. Inabuilds is also another studio that's just kind of... I'm kind of done with them unless we see some major adjustments. Personally. Like, they've made great strides with the the A350. They definitely made some really good progress with it. No doubt about it. It's a really good plane now. I haven't flown it for a while, but apparently there's still some WASM issues that happen. But it's a much better plane than when it first launched. They charged for 2024 compatible scenery or premium versions of it. They charged for the 306. They released a half-ass. What was that plane that came out? They released not too long ago. The GA one that I was interested in. It was like a caravan type, cargo type plane. I can't remember. Apparently that was just trash. Or not trash, but it was so basic of a plane from them. I don't know. And then their sceneries are just dog crap when it comes to performance. I don't know. We need more blood. We need more FENIX and iFly like studios coming into flight simming. That's what we need. Oh, they did say it in a video. Oh, really? On the PMDG channel, they did. Oh, they did say it's going to be a paid upgrade. See, that's baloney. They shouldn't be charging for it. And it's one of the things. Like, I want to protest it. I don't want to buy it because of a charge. Again, if it's like $5 or something, okay, yeah, whatever. Maybe even $10. But knowing them, it's gonna be like $25. $25 for a plane you already own, that if used in a different sim, essentially the same damn sim, right? 2020 and 2024, there are some differences in there, but the underlining code is pretty much the same. It just boggles my mind. Boggles my mind. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and put in 38 for the altitude. We're not descending, but we're gonna put in 38, so we hold that there. I had issues with my 2020, and I've been unable to re-download it. Kind of sad. I would miss flying. With 2020? I'm so confused. Like, it won't download? It won't re-download? Are you on the Microsoft Store or Steam, PC, Xbox? I'm curious. They said it's paid because they have to remake the whole plane. Oh my gosh. See, that's... Okay, whatever. I don't want to keep bitching about them. I don't want to keep bitching about them. It's just ridiculous, though. Maybe they should have, I don't know, updated their code instead of using FSX code or you know, P3D code for the PMDG 737 in Flight Sim 2020. Maybe they should have done that way back then. Maybe for the plane they charged you $80 for 5 years ago, or 4 years ago, whenever it released, maybe that plane should have been a fully functioning, updated 2020 code instead of a rehashed code. Maybe. I'm just saying. A lot of sceneries and aircrafts for 2020 just work in 2024. Yeah, you just drop them in. They just work just fine. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a handful of sceneries that have some issues, terrain issues, or, you know, pink textures, that kind of stuff. But most of them work pretty good. And charging, yeah, $74 for each variant is wild. Each variant. It's crazy. Alright, what's going on beyond ATC? We're going to get a vector to the left. Oh, we got cleared. Shoot. We got cleared for the ILS. I wasn't even paying attention. This is another fault. Another one of my faults. Alright, why does that happen? Alright, go up here, execute. Let's connect all that jazz. We got clear. It said cross Bourbon at 8,000, and I'm cleared for the ILS. Clear for the ILS. Oh my gosh. Clear for the ILS Yankee. I've been sitting here waiting for them to give me a vector. Whoopsie daisy. Alright, let's go over here, hit this button here to make sure we're descending when we need to. We should be fine because the magenta's above the line. Tells us we're low on the path. Cool, grand. It's on Steam, and every time I try to re-download it, it doesn't download past 10. Really? I'm not sure why that would be like that. I haven't had an issue like that before. You have the space available on your system, right? You want to make sure you have more than 120 gigabytes of space for sure. I'd probably make sure you have over 200. Over 200, I would say, just to be on the safe side, because sometimes Steam won't work properly if it's under. All right, approach mode is activated. And now we're making our approach into Vegas. PMDG is like the Boeing industry. We're going to lose Airbus. Oh, they're going to, yeah. I can see it. Great piloting, Gray Fox. Alright, now we're looking alright. Yeah, meanwhile, the FENIX big update is free. That's the thing. Like, I really hope I would really, really love to. I would love to personally start it myself. But I'd love for if they are charging that kind of money for it, you know, let's say they're charging $25 for it or something. I would love to see everyone just protest, and I'd love to be the start of the protest. We should start a petition. You know, one of those petition websites. See how many signatures we can get.
Delta 2288, welcome back. Continue.
Continue. Delta 2288.
All right. Don't see the airport yet. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. Okay. Right out there. Yo, you make sure you have 300 gigs and still it's the same. So with Steam, there is a way to delete. There is a way to delete. What's it called? Compressed files that I've downloaded. There's a folder. Typically, I think it's in your C drive in the Steam folder. There's one that's called downloading or something, or downloads. Verify in there that that is empty. Alright, vocalizer connected, because it should be just fine. It should be just fine. Alright, we're above for the glide slope, so that's looking really, really good. Let's go ahead and switch over to approach. There's Vegas.
Turn left, heading 190, Delta 2288.
We are 14 nautical miles out, so still a little too early for the flaps. What's your V speed today? V speeds are 145. Alright, so we're going to land, exit to the right. At Alpha 3 is my goal. Or sorry, Alpha 6. Alpha 6. That's my goal. That's my goal. And let's go ahead and bring out the well, it's still a little early. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. First notch of flaps are out. Flaps 1. Just because we're a little fast. This should help slow us down. Flaps 2.
Southwest 147. Contact Las Vegas Tower 119.9er. Have a good one. Contact Tower 119.
And flaps 3.
Southwest 147.
Let's bring out those speed brakes because we are still a little fast.
Southwest 147, ILS Yankee runway.
Yeah, good luck, Steven. Hopefully it works for you. That's the only thing I can really think of that's causing it. Sometimes if a download's corrupted,
Wilco, Southwest 147.
it may not work properly. Sometimes. I think I've had it once before with some other title. Come on, slow on down, bud. Flaps 10. Gear coming down. We're having a jungle rain right now. Curtain of water? Really? We had a week where there was rain here. But it's been kind of quiet again. We've been really dry this entire year. Alright, why are we just not following the glide slope anymore?
26 left, cleared to land. Southwest 147.
What the hell was that all about? Wasn't that, I'm pretty sure I was on approach. Maybe I wasn't. Alright, anyways, we're in manual mode now. I feel like we're awfully high. Right? Doesn't it look like we're high? Pappies are looking good. I think this is a 3-point. Is this a deeper descent? Oop. Try and look at the maps too. They say don't text and drive. Well, don't look at maps and fly.
Southwest 2361, ready to go. Runway 26 right.
Alright, adjusting the flaps, or sorry, the trim.
Southwest 2361, Las Vegas Tower, wind calm, air nav to Rudy.
Air nav to Rudy.
Cleared for takeoff.
Air nav to Rudy.
Runway 26 right, Arnhem to Rudy, cleared for takeoff. Southwest 2360.
You know how much more awake I am streaming 2 hours later? I am like so much more awake than streaming at my normal time. My normal time, I'm like kind of just, I'm here for the first hour and then eventually I start to wake up. I'm like awake now. I haven't even had any caffeine or anything. I'm awake. I'm ready to go. Alright, we got a lot of planes here. Look at this. We got Southwest, Southwest, and then... What is that? United?
300.
Steady it. Steady it.
Approaching minimum.
Southwest 31
Careful.
ready to go. Runway 26 right.
Careful.
Minimum.
Yep, that was United. Steady.
Southwest 3193, hold short of 26 right, departing traffic.
Departing traffic.
Roger. Hold short of 26 right for traffic.
Alright, I think it's auto throttle's broken again. The hell? Why?
20.
Southwest 3193, runway 26 right.
Is it just Vegas? We're floating on down, folks.
Line up and wait.
Alright.
Southwest 3193.
We have plenty of runway to work with, so I wasn't too concerned. We're gonna miss our Alpha 6, though, I think. Oh, here's 6, though. We'll be alright. So, okay, we had the same issue last time we were in Vegas. Is it just a Vegas issue? What the hell?
Southwest 147, exit right at Alpha 7.
That's weird.
Exit right at Alpha 7. Southwest 1.
We're doing 6, damn it.
Southwest 2361.
Alright, flaps going up.
Contact Las Vegas departure. Southwest.
And let's go up here to the top. Turn off those dudes. We're gonna hold short Alpha 6. Alpha.
Contact ground 121.1.
Hold here.
Ground 121.1. Southwest 147.
Las Vegas ground, Southwest 147, holding short, runway 26 right at Alpha 6, looking to taxi to gate Charlie 5. Also, same intentions, ATC charge $50 a month for whoa, Barry, what? What? Same intentions, ATC charge $50 a month for traffic injection? No. Is that real?
Gate Charlie 5 via Alpha 6.
What are your traffic
Alpha,
settings?
Alpha 5.
4 parked,
Hold
3
short
for the
runway
rest.
26 right, Southwest
4
147.
parked, 3 for the rest. Barry, is that... Well, wait, what now? Is that real? Are they actually charging $50 a month for traffic? No way. Do you have any of yours over 5? No, I... Can I cross yet? No. 3 and then 4. Sorry, 4 and 3. 4 and 3. Will says, thought Lex got 5, 4, 3, 3 settings. 4, 3, 3, 3. 4, 3, 3, 3. Yeah. I'm always a gamble in Vegas. Oh, it's always a gamble. Alright, we're holding short because departing traffic. There goes that United, I think. Some random Southwest planes just chilling there. Goodbye, United. Charlie 4. That's going to be right where we are. Where are they parked? Okay, let's see if we can find them. That's where our gate is. Bye-bye, United. I don't see a pushback yet. Oh. Nope, okay. I thought this plane was pushing. Oh, right there. There it is. Okay, so Charlie 5 is going to be right over there somewhere. Alright, our turn. Won't touch SI over, SI over price? Yeah.
Continue taxi via Alpha 6.
Barry, is that real though? I need details, man. You can't just drop $50 and then not give us details. Alright, so let me get Beyond ATC map rolling. I'm working on it.
Crossing Cross runway 26, right at Alpha 5. Continue taxi via Alpha 6.
Don't pressure me.
Alpha 5, Bravo, Bravo.
All right, here's Bravo.
Southwest 147.
I'm gonna clear out my frame gen stuff because it looks like it's kind of crapping out. There we go. All fixed. Fixed.
Southwest 3735. Request taxi.
Charlie 4? What was her? Where we're going to?
Southwest 3735, runway 26 right taxi via Charlie Romeo Bravo Bravo 1.
I tried 8 for the first time, but not much traffic and less FPS. Yeah. There was a Southwest taking off.
Bravo 1, Southwest 3735.
The dream come true if they could, if the sim would let Beyondatc control the jet waste and stuff. Oh, I bet she's gonna come at some point. I think at some point it will come. Bravo 4. Okay, yeah, so we're just right back over here. I checked and it says traffic's included with their regular subscription. That's what I thought. It wouldn't surprise me though. It really wouldn't surprise me if they were trying to charge for traffic injection. I've always been wondering, like, how are they gonna manage that? That's an awful lot of voices. That's a lot of voices. So I don't know how they're gonna manage that. I've been very curious. I also did hear that they killed out, or they are killing, or had killed out their open sky, or whatever the hell it was called, their free one. Apparently that didn't pan out. What they thought was going to happen, where people are going to use the open sky and then be like, oh wow, this guy's so great, I'm going to buy a subscription. Yeah, no, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. Alright, here's Charlie 5. Taxi lights on. I'm getting some FPS hit here. And welcome to Charlie 5 with Southwest Airlines. Whoa, who dropped the cone here, man? Who dropped the cone? Can't be having cones dropped everywhere. Let's switch my comms real quick so we don't hear ATC, wasting my characters. Alright, system page, connect that dude. Go up top here, on for that, down below here. Oh, actually, go back up top because I forgot to turn these off. Whoop. Off, go back on down here. Those guys off. Come on, there we go. Alright, we're gonna do one more flight after this. One more flight after this. It's gonna be Hawaii. Viva la Hawaii. First, we're gonna see what our score is here. Actually, I'm gonna shut down the sim. We're gonna do a restart of the sim. Let that chillax a bit. Actually, hold on. Before we hit that button, let me clear out. There we go. Okay. Alright. Restart the sim. I like to restart the sim, then we'll take a look at things. Keyword subscription. Exactly. Let's see. I think it's early access feature, but that's a while ago since I last checked. Oh, okay. Thank you for the flight. We'll update on the sim situation to the next stream. Thank you so much, Steven. Have a great night. Have a great sleep. Glad to see you in here, and we'll see you for the next flight. I'm thinking tomorrow. I'm thinking tomorrow. I gotta check schedule and all that jazz. Okay, so let's the Sims, is the Sim off? Sim's doing his thing. There we go. Let's launch up the Sim again. Okay. SI is going to change your life and your wallet. Damn it. They are going to change your wallet. 'Tis the truth. All right. So let's launch up this dude. And so we made Irishman $10,000 on this flight. Damn. What happened? Oh, long landing. Damn. Altimeter's wrong too. 153 on the touchdown. Well, Will's going to be pissed off on that one. That's my worst score I've had in a long time with ouch. 810. Yeah, that was definitely my worst score I've had in a very long time. The last time I was using New Sky was back here in February. And yeah, even worse than this one. Yeah, okay. Alright, Irishman can't see that. Hide that from Irishman. Hide that from Irishman. Alright, next we're going to take a look at... Here's our next flight. So Honolulu to... How do you say that? Kalalu? I'm going to go to logbook. And how do we do this flight? A 100, I'll take it after that New Sky disaster. A 115, very, very nice. So a very nice smooth landing. It was long, I ain't gonna lie, it was long. It was definitely long. Alright, start flight. We're gonna do another southwest flight. Actually, let me think for a sec here. What? 8 and they want to buy an alpha yoke? Oh man. Do I want to take this is technically southwest, but I could always jump into a 319 and just kind of do a let's do a 19. Let's just have some fun and do a 19. Actually, I was gonna take a CRJ on a flight too, wasn't I? Let's do CRJ. It's been a while since we've done CRJ. I know this isn't real and this isn't what they'd actually be doing, but let's do a CRJ. It's been a little bit since I've done a CRJ. And let's see, who will we pick to be our victim? Let's go American. We'll go American. CRJ will be our victim. And then we also have, I think this is the init builds, Honolulu, that I have. Oh, it's still waking up there in Hawaii. Hawaii is still waking up. Alright, we'll go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll just park here. And then we'll start the flight. And Matthew says, yes, CRJ flight. Alright, pick right then. Matthew's happy. I picked right. Let's say also $50 for AI cabin crew, tour guides, and ground up stuff. Yeah, Barry, I knew about that one. That's their, the hell they call that? Sky something? I don't remember. Something. Like, again, the concept's cool and all that jazz, but, yeah. SI will solve itself, give it time. Well, the thing is, here's the thing, like, their whole thought process was that the price of AI would drop. Well, that's not really happening the way they thought it was going to happen, I feel. Price of AI really hasn't dropped. You know what I mean? Like, there was a drop of ChatGPT not too long ago, but there hasn't been one recently that I'm aware of, or there has been, and they didn't pass it on to their customers, you know, say intentions. So I don't know. Whoa. There we go. Okay, let the sim settle down there a little bit. Let's launch up FSU IPC and beyond ATC. Overpriced. I agree. Overpriced and over-delivered. I was overpriced and under-delivered. Over-delivered. I want to get some new voices soon. I got 143,000 characters left. Oh boy. All right, so we need to... We're going to go CRJ. We're not being Southwest anymore. CRJ 700. So this is kind of like a made-up flight. A made-up flight. All right, we're going to be American. AAL is American. And AAL. Okay. And then CRJ. Let's generate a flight. And then we're cruising. This is a pretty short hop. This is 90 nautical miles. So really short. 13,000 feet. APL is pretty close. 29, they said. Or sorry, 12. 12.9. Okay, cool. Grand. Beautiful. Don't need that no more. Let's get that cooking next. Okay, so while Beyond ATC is loading in its thing, I'm going to step away for a second. Kat's telling me she wants some food. And then we'll start for the departure. Be right back. Okay, so we have a lot of Southwest here. We have Hawaiian out in the distance. Oh, isn't there like a CRJ Hawaiian? Dang, I should have done that. Should have done that. Let's see, what else we got going on here? Yeah, I do agree. We work with a lot of AI models for voice and stuff at our company in healthcare, and it's still so expensive to run. Yeah, like think about electricity alone. Electricity, I don't know about y'all, but like my electricity bill has gone up. It's gone up like 10% in the past 2 years. What normally would cost, what my last bill, which was crazy expensive, was the most I've ever paid for electricity where we live. It's wild. It is wild. All right, so we're expecting 4 left. Wait, 4 left. The hell? Oh, there's 4 left. Okay. Okay. Let's go over here to the left then. Click this little dude. And then we're going to go to aircraft in place already. So connected. And let's go up here to the top and go DC master available. I just get the pumps rolling now. And then APU firing up next. And start it up. Beautiful. And then let's get our lighting. No smoking, seatbelt sign, emergency exits. Hydraulic pumps is what I do next. Okay, back over here. Go to flight plan. Let's go to import, send it, set payload. Go to performance, copy this information, set all of that jazz. 179 on the trim. And then we should be able to go down here. Actually, no, we gotta go back here first. And we're gonna go to navs. Okay. Let me also take a look at Mobiflight. And Mobiflight, interestingly, brought over the CRJ to the McDo, but that was it. Fascinating. All right, CRJ. Where the hell are you at? CRJ. And run that. Okay. That's the McDo. Alright, Mobiflight's working. Okay, cool. Taking notes on this one? Fantastic. Beyond ATC is still the way to go. I agree. That's why I like the business model of Beyond ATC, where they offer you a tier with basic voices. Yeah, that's I think the best thing about Beyond ATC. You know, they're not like greedy or anything. You know, like they're here for the people. They want people to just have fun. And I understand the point of Beyond ATC. Like things cost money and whatever. I understand that concept, but I also don't feel they care about the people as much as they may say. Okay, we're gonna go to index, position in it. We're gonna go next page, grab the navigation here at the top, go back 1 page and drop it on in. That's gonna bring our our navigation here for the IRS. Then we're gonna go to flight plan, and we can see that automatically all carried on over because we clicked the little buttons on the EFB, which is fantastic. It also brought over our performance information, so 13,000 feet. We do want to verify here, though. We see there's nothing connected for the departure and arrival. So we're going to go ahead and get our clearance first from Beyond ATC, and then we'll go ahead and just verify that that's what we're going to expect for the runway. Honolulu clearance. A very good morning from American 1256. Ready for IFR clearance to Honolulu? Honolulu? I think it's Honolulu. I might have screwed that up. It's probably like, who are you? What do you want?
American 1256, Honolulu clearance, cleared to Kahului.
Kahului.
Tree departure.
Kahului.
Lanai transition, then
Lanai.
as filed. Maintain 4000. Departure frequency 124.8. Squawk 3163.
Alright, 4000 and squawking 3163.
Cleared to Kahului. Pale tree departure with the Lanai transition.
Poly
then as
3
filed.
Looks like it's
Maintain
all good.
4000,
Or
departure
we're going to
frequency
switch over to 8 right for
124.8.
departure. Gee, that's a hell of a
Squawk
taxi.
3163.
Alright, switch over to 8
American
right for the
1256.
departure. the Poly 3 via the Linny. Execute. Go back here. Arrival. We're currently expecting the ILS 2. I'm going to do, well, they did Zulu last time, so we're going to go Zulu via the Camps 4. And what's it? Linny transition. Execute. Execute. Okay, cool. Legs. And now we have that in there. We have a disco, but we're going to go direct to Poly. Or what's it say? Pally? Yeah, Pally. Okay, so that's all set, ready to go. Altimeter is checked and set as well. And trim was 7.9, so we're going to bring that up to 7.9 right there, right? Is it 7.9? Performance, 7.9, cool. Up here at the top, APU is available. So, back over here, aircraft, disco, this stuff. And that's all set. Over here on the left, I just click on this. I don't know what this actually does, but I do the NW strong, whatever the hell it is. I do armed. I think that's for the gear. And that's it. Now we should request our pushback and engine start. They're going to probably have us face east. Honolulu ground, American 1256 ready for pushback and engine start. Also, I think you can hear other users' voices in the sim. Don't be distracted. I hear Lex's voice in my nightmares every night. Beyondatc, you can't hear other people's voices, but say intentions you can. Say intentions you can.
American 1256, Honolulu ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face south.
Oh, face south. My bad.
Pushback approved. Face south.
All right, pre-plan the pushback. We're going to face the south. Oh, I guess that does make sense, yeah. All right, south. South side. All right, enter. Release the parking brake. Request a pushback. Hold. Pushback commencing. Up here at the top, we're going to go ahead and start engine number 2. Hold it down. Starts good. Then we're going to monitor right on down here. Once this hits 20%, we're going to introduce some fuel for engine number 2. There's our 20. Let's go on down here. Flip this little switch and then bring the lever up a little bit. Engine number 2 is firing up. This plane has really awesome sounds with the Boris pack. Really, really awesome sounds with the Boris pack. Oh, sugar. I forgot to start up. Let's see. That's all connected pre-flight. Okay, so that's all working. Looks like. Okay, APL's doing this thing, but I gotta get. New Sky rolling here. So PHNL. Honolulu. PHOG. And the CR Chai. Book it. Start it. Alright, New Sky's rolling as well. Alright, that's looking good. Then we're going to do the same thing for engine number 1. Engine number 1, hold the button down for a couple seconds, starts, shows up. Same thing, 20%, then we'll introduce fuel for engine number 2. I like to go and get the flight directors clicking as well. And 20%. Swing on down here, same thing, switch it, and then bring up the fuel. While that's cooking, I go ahead and down here, let's go ahead and get the reversers set so they're turned on. Down below here, just switch this over to number 1. And then switch this on over to on. Stab trim, hit that button, hit that button, hit that button, and then hit the yaw dampers. Okay, that's it. Engine number 2 is fired up, looking good. Honolulu ground, American 1256, ready to taxi to the active. Then we'll go up to the top here, and we're going to go ahead and do air conditioning on, fans on. Pitot heat, down 1, down 1, probes, down. Turn this off, and turn that off. APU is now disconnected. Or turning off, I should say. Okay. Next we want to get our taxi lights rolling. Taxi lights on. Flaps are being set. So flaps are going to come to 8. And let's go and taxi. Zulu Alpha Juliet. So we're going to take a right up here. This plane, I always feel like I'm taxiing too fast because it's so low to the ground. This is a good decision. Oh, I got to get a clocking. right, clock's clocking.
Runway 4 right at Foxtrot. Continue taxi via Foxtrot. Airspur 90 tree.
Is this Zulu? Probably.
Airspur 90
Yeah, this is Zulu, so we're gonna take Zulu all the way down to Juliet. We're gonna spend more time taxiing this plane than we are actually flying.
Southwest for 78, gate Echo 1 taxi via Charlie. Hold short runway for left.
Alright, so we're gonna take this all the way down to Juliet, then we have a very long taxi all the way to
Southwest 478.
where are we going to?
Southwest for
8
78,
Romeo.
cross runway for left at Charlie.
8 right.
Continue taxi
I think
via
we have
Alpha,
to make a
Sierra,
tutorial series for different airlines.
Cross
Airliners.
left at Charlie.
A series, huh?
Sierra, Zulu, Southwest 478.
There's a lot of them out there, but not with Lex. So I think I have a CRJ 737 MAX, the Asobo, and the iFly. I have a 319. I think I have a 777. I have a Kodiak. I have quite a few of them out there. Made by Lex. I like that. Need a made by Lex stamp. Made by Lex. I gotta get Valanta updated at the top. Valanta's gotta get updated. It's important. Alright, that should be updated. I have quite a bit. I have quite a bit of tutorials up there. I should make a playlist for them, I suppose. That might make sense. Kind of get them all in one spot. YouTube's algorithm is very interesting when it decides to actually showcase your product. We have to blow those up in 2025 then? I just recently did... What was my last one I did? The last one was it the EJET? Or no, was that just a... I think the EJET one was just like it works. I think the last one I did for the EJET was just that it works. I think so, yeah. I have to go back and take a look at it, but I have quite a few quick startups, and they're all really, really quick startup ones. I don't go through all the details, you know, like what. First thing, when I go look for a, and this is all personal, everyone's different, right? But when I go look for a startup video for an aircraft, I don't want all of the tests. I don't care about the tests, right? I understand why people would. I definitely understand why people would. I don't. Here's Juliet. So, when I look for a tutorial, I love when they just skip all of the test features. Like, just jump into getting the damn thing going, maybe setting up the FMC, right? Any hidden things that you may not know for sure, that's personally what I look for. So that's the ones I make videos for. I make my videos similar, but even less information. You know, less clicking the buttons. I like to just go straight to the point. This is how you get it going. Because then you make your own way of doing things. And that's how I do it with my CRJ, how I do it with the 319, the iFly, all of the ways I set up the plane. I set up the plane the way that I like to set it up. Because I'm that kind of middle simmer. I like realistic, but I don't want ultra realistic. I kind of want that middle ground, right? That's my personal preference. Again, everyone's different, and you may want to do the whole checklist, you know, the 22-page checklist. That's fine. That's great. Do what you want to do. It's your sim. It's your world, right? I don't. So when I make a video, whenever I make any of my videos, I always make them as if it's something that I would want to watch. This is what I'm interested in, so that's why I'm doing it, you know? But again, we all do different things. I heard recently, I heard recently Flight Sim Videos has universal drops in views and statistics. Really? Several YouTubers have reported this. Probably due to the algorithm. Maybe. I don't know. My numbers are so inconsistent. My numbers are so inconsistent. One, because I don't go out there. I don't try to make. The video is I make sure I try to get at least one video up a week. That's the minimum. This is really cool. This is freaking awesome. This would be scary as hell. This is freaking awesome. Real life, I'd be scared as hell. But this is really cool looking. Anywho, I try to post at least one video a week, just so that the video, the channel continues to grow, right? But I also don't make a video just to try to get views in, right? All the videos I do for a reason. There's some sort of purpose behind it. The ones coming out here shortly are landings. They're like a 6-minute to 5-minute approach into whatever airport. And I thought the approach was so cool that I wanted to share with other people. You ever have those approaches like, wow, I wish other people were watching this. Oh, this is so cool. Traffic or the weather or whatever's going on. It's so cool. It's so beautiful. So that's what these next 2 videos coming up are about. And eventually I'll have something that showcase some product or whatever, whatever it is. Honolulu Tower, American 1256, holding short runway 8 right, ready to go. Alright, landing lights are next. Landing lights on.
American 1256, Honolulu Tower, wind 060 at Niner. Fly heading 110, runway 8 right, cleared for takeoff.
110 on the heading. That's direct to that
Plally,
or what was it? What is it called?
For takeoff, American 1256.
Pilatus. Alright, clear for takeoff. All looking good here. So, we have our V-speeds already set, 146. So we're going to turn to the right slightly on departure. There is no auto throttle in this aircraft. There is dedents. So there's climb and there's toga. You can see it right here. It says toga. And then hit the little button. Whoosh. And let's go flying. Sounds in this plane are so cool. They're so cool. Alright, we got a slight crosswind. We're at 15 knot wind. Ooh, it's a little bit more crosswinds. I suppose it's a lighter plane, so that makes sense. Giving it quite a bit of rudder. Quite a bit of rudder. And now rotate. Slowly bring it up. Beautiful. Oh man, this plane is so much more easier and smoother to fly compared to the previous version. Alright, gear going on up. We'll go to heading mode. I also like to set speed mode right away. We'll bring that speed up to 210. Swing on over to the right. 210 on the speed. First notch of flaps are up. And AP is on. Good, grand, everything is fantastic. Flaps full up, and then we'll come on down. Reversers are off.
American 1256.
And we're cruising on out.
HCF departure, American 1256, 2,400.
Now we have an alt cap there, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Bring down the throttles.
HCF departure, good morning, radar contact, cleared direct Palais, resume the Palais tree, climb, maintain 10,000 feet.
Bring back the throttle.
Resume the Palais tree. Climb, maintain 10,000 feet.
Alright, let's go ahead and put in 13,000 because we'll eventually get cleared on up to that. Okay, and then what we're going to do is our speed, you see our speed right now is at 230. We're going to bring back the throttles. Let it slow on down a bit. Okay, and then we're going to go to speed mode. We're going to bring up the speed to 230 and bring up the throttle to climb, and it should cap us at 230 and then start climbing. There we go. So now we're climbing on up at 230. Beautiful. We also are clear direct, right? Yep, we are. So let's go on down here. Let's go direct to there. Execute. There we are now direct. We can now switch over to nav. And now the navigation is going to take us. Over here on the left, we minimize this dude a little bit. We can zoom out of the map. Well, zooming in, zoom out. There's our flight plan. All's looking grand. Sorry, okay, what else we got here? Missing chat a little bit. Several YouTubers have reported this. Oh, dude, okay, yeah. Okay, we start with only do tutorials for every plane. Can we do a stream with only FSI panel? I suppose we could do a stream with only, so just do like touch and goes? Or not touch and goes, but landings?
Contact Honolulu Center.
It's not a bad idea.
127.6.
Practice landings, yeah, I like that. I kind of like it. I dig it. Let's bring up our speed to... actually, we'll keep it where it is, actually.
American 1256, contact Honolulu.
There's 1256. We should get a transfer on over to 13,000 in just a second.
Center 127.6, American 1256.
That's not a bad idea, Will. I guess I have to buy it first.
American 1256.
This is beautiful.
2,200 feet for 10,000.
This is such a fun plane. I don't fly it enough anymore. Oops. Alright, 13,000. Keep an eye on the 10,000 mark here to turn off the landing lights.
American 1256.
Ah, only landings and do a poll with which airports. I like it. Beautiful. Yeah, we should do that. I'll look into getting it. Alright, landing lights off here. Grand. Okay, so it's a short hop, so we need to prepare for the arrival pretty quickly here. I'm expecting the Zulu. So, down here, let's go down to radio. We're going to put in the ILS information, which is 110 and a 1. Plop that in there. 110 and a 1. Plop that in there. Beautiful. Grand. Next, we're going to put in our minimums, which are going to be right... where's the minimums at? Up. Where the hell's the minimums? They're up here, right? So, minimums at the airport, 275. So, we're going to put in 270. So, we're going to click this on over and hit the button in. Oh, I guess you don't have to hit the button. And then switch this over to 270. So, right up here, you see... Oh, see up here? And make that 270. There's it. Watch our speed. Now, you see, we don't have auto throttles. We're going to bring back the throttle. We have to manage the throttle on our own because we're getting close to 13,000. It automatically turns off auto speed. So we're going to have to manage the throttle on our own now. Cool. Okay, we're still climbing though. See, we're slowly still climbing, and we're still climbing with some speed. So we're going to keep it where it is because, actually, no, we're going to bring it back a little bit. Okay. And once we're done climbing, we're going to start increasing speed a little bit more because we're no longer going up, right? Momentum.
Honolulu Center, Yukon 440, 15,000.
So we'll keep an eye on this.
Yukon 440, Honolulu.
And runway 2 is on the left, so it should be a pretty straight-in arrival. Pretty simple. Pretty simple flight.
Esper 8691, contact Honolulu Center 124.1. Bye-bye.
I've done pretty well on my landings with the CRJ. Now that I said that, it's probably going to be a disaster. Definitely, now that I've said that, it's going to be a disaster. Alright, looking pretty good. Speed is slowly kind of climbing up still, so that's fine. That's all just grand. We can easily go up to 270 if we want to for speed. Let's see, what's our ETA we're looking at here? So if we go into... Which one is it on this one? Here we go. ETA is in 13 minutes. We'll just kind of stick where we are. It's a short hop. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy the short hop. This is cool. Such a fun little plane. Alright, if we are expecting runway 2 and it stays that way, we're going to exit to the right, I think. No, exit to the left. Exit to the left. Probably all the way at the end of the runway, actually, honestly, and then come on back to the terminal. But I think the last time I did a flight into here, it was kind of all mixy with the approach, so we'll see what happens. I think that was the... Pretty sure that was with the Kodiak, and it was kind of goofy. I wasn't sure if that was all because of it being a GA plane or not, but yeah, I remember it being really goofy.
American 1256. Honolulu Center, American 1256. Good morning, 1313,000.
1313,000. Okay, so we have a plane in front of us somewhere. Can we spot him? Not currently. We got our descent instructions. Top of descent's right there. So we'll hold off on descending just yet. But 3,000 is what I'm seeing on the star. So I'm going to put in 3,000. Just using my Mobiflight, or not my Mobiflight. Well, yeah, Mobiflight, but also the FM's what's it called? FCU. Jeez. All right, got that set. 3,000 in there. Once we get top of descent, now this plane does not have. It does have like a VNAV capability apparently. I don't use it. I just go vertical speed. So we'll get our vertical speed going here in just a second for the approach. But yeah, you can enable it. Again, I've never used it, so I don't know how it works properly, but you can enable it by going into this options here, and then I think it's the second page, right? And then you do coupled. Yeah, here it is, coupled to VNAV. So you click on that guy, and it's supposed to work with it. But again, I've never used it. Since we're preparing for the arrival, you can click on this button here. It's going to set your vertical speed, or sorry, your V speeds for the arrival as well. So we'll give you a little notice here of how fast you should be coming in for the arrival. And we'll do top of descent here in just a few moments, actually. Just a few moments. In like 2 minutes, probably. 2 minutos. I don't know what time. We'll see if I actually stream tomorrow. We'll kind of see. It's a long weekend for me now, and part of it I just want to just chill. But I also do like doing these streams, so we'll see about tomorrow. Sunday, I'm still planning Sunday, but I'll likely stream tomorrow. But it may just be a flight, kind of a flight. But we'll kind of see how things play out. All right, see how we picked up some speed there, just because one is we weren't climbing anymore, and we kind of slowly got up to 270. See that? And now we're stable. So what I mean by stable is on the arrow here, you don't see the magenta line up or down. You don't see anything above or below the white line here. That just shows we're steady at where we're at 270. It's not because it's doing autopilot with speed. It's not. It doesn't have any of that feature in the CRJ.
Honolulu Center, American 1256.
Are we doing a group flight with sun? We sure could. Yeah. By FSI panel first. That's on lights in Mateo, right?
American 1256, Honolulu Center, descend, maintain 3,000.
Yeah. Why not? Let's do Sunday. Let's do a group flight. Let's we'll chat in Discord, make sure everyone's available. But I think that'd be fun. FSI panel.
American 1256.
Oh, it's on their website. Okay. Let's see. FSI panel is 2020. Holy cow! Why is it so expensive? What's the difference between standard and what is the difference between standard and advanced version? Holy crap! I didn't know this is so expensive. Standard edition, positioning, pilot waypoints, star training, landing report, basic features or basic failures, TCAS. Advanced has snapshots, training scenarios, traffic patterns, cockpit flow, advanced failures panel, and advanced TCAS scenarios. Compatible planes. The 300, the FENIX, the RJ, the Comanche, the MD-82, the 777, the FS Labs, the CRJ, and the iFly Max are not available with the standard edition. $50. That's crazy. I'll think about this. I was thinking it was gonna be like, oh, we gotta start descent here. Alright, so vertical speed descending. Let's bring back the throttle as well. I was thinking it was gonna be like 10, 15 bucks. Holy moly. Holy moly. Alright, bringing back the speed. Let's go put the speed down to, let's go 210. Now this is just for reference. All this is for reference. Just a bug so I can see what I'm referencing. Alright, let's bring that speed back down, our vertical speed down to 2.0. Oh, hell no. We go camping with Cheerios. 50 bucks is awfully expensive. That's the price of a damn plane. That's crazy. I did not think it was going to be that expensive. Alright, 11,000. But yeah, master copy. Drop in Discord any flight suggestions. Because I know we can always just do like a New Sky flight, or you know, I can just do an APL flight or something. But if you have any suggestions, let's drop it in Discord. That'd be fun. We haven't done a group flight for a little bit. My multiplayer is working, but I don't think there's any one flying around here. No. I saw it working the other day when I was flying. We go camping with Cheerios. Alright, let's bring out some air brakes here, slow us down a bit. Chili is beautiful. This ain't chili. Will's drunk. Will's had a little too much of something with the steak. Alright, 9,000. Our airline's doing pretty good. We got a Irishman said there was someone else who applied, and he wasn't sure who it is, so he hasn't accepted it yet. I'm gonna actually change that to terrain. So over here we can change to map. That should be terrain. Okay, looking pretty good now. A little fast still, but we're looking good on descent. 3,000 at this point, 2,000 at that point. I'm gonna go ahead and clear out this disco because we have a disco here. Not like disco dancing, but you know, disco. Clear out that because we'll likely get that anyways, and then we can arm the ILS for the approach. Yeah, maybe we can do a New Sky. The east of South America. Einstein. Chile is beautiful. The east of South America. Wait, is there a Chili's in South America? I thought Chili's was only like an American thing. You know, the restaurant. Chili's, baby, back ribs, barbecue sauce. Will unsubscribes. Okay, let's see. Map. Let's bring the map in a little bit. Fantastic. Did you hear that singing voice there? That's like beautiful. Okay, the next thing we want to do is go on down here, and let's bring the reversers back on board. Arm those. There we go. And then HCF approach.
Contact HCF approach. American 1256, have a good morning.
Alright, let's bring out some more of the speed brakes. Slow us down a bit more.
Approach. American 1256, good morning.
Looking good.
5,600 feet, we have
looks
Quebec
like this
on
is going to be a
board.
really good approach, actually. Looks like Beyondatc is going to do its thing and bring us on in.
1256, HCF
Oh,
approach.
never mind.
Altimeter 3002. Expect the visual approach, runway 20.
We got a 20. We got a different runway now.
3002. Expect the
¿por
visual
qué?
approach, runway 20, American 1256.
Why did we get 20?
American 1256,
Well.
turn left, heading 035, vectors for the approach.
035.
Turn left heading 035. American.
All right, let's go to heading mode. Put those speed brakes away. We got the runway change, runway 20 now. So let's go and make the adjustments. 20. And it's an RNAV for 20, which kind of sucks. Okay. All right. Well, now we're in the hands of Beyondatc now. And then we're gonna go on down here and put in 20 as well. So let's see, 20 next. RNAV 20. Good. Execute. Okay, so that's been adjusted as well. All right, watch your speed. So we're gonna see where Beyondatc brings us, because now I'm just confused. Hopefully it doesn't kill us. It's gonna probably have us intercept the Maui VOR. Oh shoot! Wrong button. Is AP on still? All right, AP's on. Heading mode. No. Heading mode. Heading mode. I hit a button accidentally. It's all right, folks. It's all right. It's all right. So okay. Altimeter is checked and set. Yeah, I think we're gonna fly with the VOR. Let's see. Drunk Billy, welcome on in. Fantastic name. Just a touch of banning your ass. Will's about to take me out to the ball game. All right. So the airport is just ahead of us. Oh, right here. There's the airport. Okay, so we're gonna I think we're coming in this direction then. Okay. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I'm still curious what Beyondatc is gonna do. Very, very curious. I don't know why 20 is definitely wrong, because 20 is a tailwind of 10 knots. At least that's what Navigraphs tell me. But I do feel that is wrong. It's also be interesting to see what other planes are down here. So this is one of the reasons why I'm glad I'm flying this plane versus the iFly. Make some of these adjustments, you know, right away with the iFly. It's a faster plane. It's a heavier plane. It can be a little bit more work. So there's our airport. So now we're going to land this direction, and then we're exiting to the right. Now, I think our terminal's there. No, hold on. Oh, terminal's right here. Exit, and then exit to the right. So we're gonna park right over there. I don't see any, I was gonna say cars. I don't see any planes there yet, but they may not be spawning in just yet. Yeah, so anyways, that's our terminal. There's some cars over there though. I don't see any planes, so maybe there are not gonna be any planes? The VOR is just to the left of us, so we're just off the VOR. So maybe it's having us go to Aki, which is, I don't know, somewhere like right here. Or maybe a little farther, right here. We'll see. Yeah, the VOR would be right over the airport here. The sim can look so good, and then other times, like, you see right here where it's like kind of that blurry mesh. Ugh. But that's likely, yeah, that could be, I suppose. It could be auto FPS messing with that, possibly. Barry says, I watched several videos about saying tensions all seem sponsored. Yeah, they've spent a lot of time marketing their product recently. And I don't know for sure if it's helped or paid off. Alright, reducing our speed because I wasn't keeping an eye on it enough, so we're going a little fast. Just a tad bit fast. And Will has to go. See you next time. Will, thanks for coming on in. Much appreciated, as always. Have a great evening. And if I don't, we don't do stream tomorrow, then I'll see you on Sunday. We'll figure out a group flight on Sunday. We'll see if P2 can join us. P2 missed our last group flight, I think. So it'd be really cool to get him on board. And let's see, I'm really curious what Beyondatc is going to be doing here. Master Copy says, last night flew with SI and it went well. That's good. That's really good. I've always said, like, and just, you know, enjoy the one you want to use. Use both of them if you can. That's fine. I have FS HUD and Beyondatc. You know, I'll swap kind of between them all. Well, between them both sometimes. Kind of just depends on my mood. And then, you know, if FS HUD had some updates. And it recently did have some updates, but nothing enough for me to want to jump on over and try, because I feel like it's been fairly consistent. I am excited to try the V6 version of FSFO, though. I'm really excited. I'll be coming out here, I think he said on the 10th, they'll access to some people, so to, you know, content creators, whatever it be, so I'm excited to try that. I already own it. The ones I'm going to be showcasing, so the ones for the FENIX and the iFly, I already own. And I don't want a free version. I just want to have access to it so I can showcase. Okay, so we'll hopefully get a vector to the left here.
Turn left,
There it is. 265.
Turn left, heading 265, American 1256.
Okay, making that turn on over.
1256, descend, maintain 2000.
2000.
Descend, maintain 2000, American 1256.
Alright, bring that V speed down. Reduce the throttle. I use Beyondatc for so long, or for the long ones. Oh, use it for the long ones, okay. That's interesting. So why do you use Beyondatc for the long ones and SI for the short ones? To me, it'd make more sense using the reversing that, because SI you pay monthly for, so you have, unless you use free voices for Beyondatc. You know what I mean? Like, you're not burning through the characters. The fact that they spend this much on sponsoring and marketing probably, and they can be much cheaper. I don't think they're giving things away though. Well, I don't think they're paying people for their marketing. I think they're just giving them free access. I think they're just giving the content creators free access. Okay, we're past the runway, so now I'm confused what it's trying to do.
American 1256, turn left, heading 205.
205. Okay, now we're getting back on course.
Turn left, heading 205, American 1256.
Okay, so we're going for the visual. I still get...
American 1256.
Still got to get my FSFO to work with... Oh, I want to... I'm just... lazy doing it, yeah. Let's see, runway in sight. I saw the airports momentarily, so... Oh, there. We have the runway in sight, American 1256. There's runway right there, right? Right there, yeah.
American 1256. Cleared visual approach runway 20.
Alright, AP's off my aircraft.
Visual approach 20, American 1256.
And we're clear for the visual. Because I don't want to sit there talking to myself on the 4-hour plus flight. Oh, I see. Yeah, that... Okay, makes perfect sense. But doesn't Say Intentions have, like, co-pilot feeter? Doesn't it have, like, a co-pilot? Maybe not as good as Beyondatc, but I thought they had a co-pilot. Nose down.
American 1256, Maui Tower, wind 030 at 10, runway 20 cleared to land.
Alright, 20 cleared to land.
Runway 20 cleared to land, American 1256.
Alright, where's that airport? There it is, and we're slightly low right now, so that's good. Like where we are, like how we're feeling. Let's do flaps 8. Jeez. This freaking tailwind's screwing up my approach. Alright, gear coming down. Now we're on the glide slope. A little high on the approach now. Kind of just watching the pappies. Alright, now we're back on the glide slope. And next level of flaps at 20.
1,000.
Give it a little bit of power. A little low again. Flaps 20 definitely seems to slow it down quite a bit. And now, when you want to land this plane, you want to use that throttle as your friend. That's going to be your best friend when you land this plane. I like to land at 25 flaps.
Terrain.
So just kind of adjust the throttle the best you can. Looking good.
300.
I feel like we're high.
Minimum.
It says we're low.
200. 100.
Got it, it's fine.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Alright,
10.
throttle out. Let it touch down. There it is. Nose coming down. Reverses are out. 166 on the landing. Be gentle on the brakes because you can easily get hot brakes with this plane. But the reversers do their job. Oh, got the hot brakes anyways.
American 1256, exit
And
right,
flaps coming up.
Exit right at Delta, American
Welcome to Maui,
1256.
right? Is that where we were? Alright, up top here, let's go nose lights off. We'll get the APU firing up next. Let's make the turn. And click the button, hold the button down for a couple seconds. And APU is firing up. Alright, well, that was fun. That's a fun little flight. I'm not going to worry about getting
American 1256.
ATC
Contact ground
into the gates. There's
12.9
plenty of gates here. There's a lot of freaking gates. This is crazy.
Ground 121.9 or American 1256.
There's a lot of gates. Alright, taxi lights are coming off. Reversers are off. And we'll perk on in. Yes, they have AI autopilot. Okay, they do, okay. It's just not as good as Beyondatc. And I use VATSIM for really short ones. Ah, okay. Yeah, that was a really nice landing. I'm very happy with that. Very satisfied with that. A little bouncy on the approach, but okay, APU is available. Let's go over here to the left. Let's go chocks. Connect all that jazz. Okay. And then we can cut off our engines. So flip these two guys and then engines down. Let that all settle. Alright. I heard APL say it's all good to go. Then we can go ahead and go to open here. We can go to jetway and then toggle the jetway. Although that it's probably gonna look really weird. Has to come all the way to the floor. Scraping the floor. Dunk. The one thing that's missing, it seems to be a lot with Flight Sim 2024, is whatever this is called, like the rain guard thingy, the weather thingy. It doesn't always come on the planes. It doesn't come on most planes, it seems. But that could also be scenery dependent, right? Okay, let's see what we got here with New Sky first. Let's close the flight, cancel it. And let me get APL, close that out. What the hell, a 7? What? I got worse. A 7.7. Wow. Ouch. And money too, $436. Incorrect flaps. Okay, that sucks. Long landing. And late configuring. Oh, yeah, that's my bad. But that's because of the flaps. I don't understand the flaps. I do 2.5 on landing, so I guess the CRJ wants... They want the CRJ to be better. Or better. Didn't I do the... I swore I'd done the CRJ. Let's see. CRJ... Oh, maybe I haven't. Okay. I thought I did a CRJ, and I always do flaps 2.5. I always do flaps 2.5. That's crazy. Okay, that sucks. All right, over to APL then. This is my next flight I have on the dock, and I'm not going to do streaming, but we'll take a look at it. Neil, welcome in. Welcome on in. Canopy, thank you for that. Canopy. Dang, that really sucks. All right, well, we get 100 here, though, at least. I'm trusting APL. I did a much better job. 140 on the landing, so yeah, we had a really good 2 landings that were really, really smooth. A little long on both of them. The first one, I don't blame on my behalf because they had the autopilot issue, the auto throttle issue again. But this one was definitely nice. This was a little bit long as well, but not terrible. 140. But 2 really good flights. I do appreciate everyone coming in. Neil, thanks for coming in last minute here. We're just wrapping up today's stream. But thanks everyone for coming in. We'll definitely do a group flight on Sunday. We'll get the timing and all that details figured out in Discord. So hop in Discord if you want to participate on that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then we'll see about tomorrow. Likely we'll do a flight tomorrow, but probably just a 1 flight. And we'll call it good at that point, unless we have a good time and see how things go out. But enjoy the rest of your fly day. Enjoy the rest of your fly day of your Friday, and hopefully get some good flights in and hopefully have a great weekend as well. If you don't come in for the rest of the streams this weekend, so thanks for coming in. We'll see you next time. Take care.